when the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath to you all. How are you doing this day? I hope you are fine. We thank God for everything. We thank God for the free gift of life. So welcome everyone. If it is your first time to be in Pamela's World Kenya channel, feel welcome. And my returning viewers, my subscribers, everybody on board, welcome. And we are back again with our reaction video of today. This is a reaction channel. So thank you so much for the love and the support. So today's video, we want to check on Mura Senso. Mura Senso had a Q&A with his audience, and people ask him so many things, so many questions, especially issue to do with when are they going back home to Africa. Most of the questions were just based on that. When are you going back to Africa? And he gave some excuses which we are going to hear, as he's still talking about our papers are not ready yet, because now, before we were waiting for the baby's passport, now we have the passport, now we are waiting for that paper which can make Mura Senso to travel with the baby, or Rocio can travel the baby without maybe them both parents being together. So we are waiting for that. And again, we are waiting for Rocio's driving license. Also, we are waiting, and some other things which we are going to check on. What are these things which are making Mura Senso to be like he is today? So many questions were asked, and we are going to hear as he answers them. So if you haven't subscribed to Pamela's World Kenya channel, subscribe. This is the right time. Make up your mind. This is the right time. Please make up your mind, because I'm happy. I'm happy, my people. We are moving. Our pace. This is our pace. We don't copy other people. That pace which we have, that is ours, and we thank God for everything. So subscribe if you haven't. Share the video and give this video a like. Slap me with like. So, and share my video. Thank you so much for always being my strong supporter. So now, there's one thing which I want to start with before we get into the questions which Mura Senso was asked, and how he gave his answer. Mura Senso is now using his baby too much. It's not good even for himself to be using the baby's name. He's talking about, oh, this war of bullying has to stop. Remember, Mura Senso started talking about issue of the baby before the baby was born, and he failed to find someone talking about the baby. So this was like now. He was feeling bad because what he thought it didn't happen. He expected people to jump in and talk ill about the baby, but he waited and waited, and nobody talked ill about the baby. But maybe he saw someone, just one person. But now, because his egos, he just want to fulfill what he had in mind then, to prove people wrong, or to prove a point by telling the world that people have been bullying the baby. I've been seeing no one has bullied the baby. Those are his issues. Those are the things which, this is because, if one has nothing to say, he will create issues, and this is the issue which Mura Senso has put. When you put something in your mind, and you want to use that one as a tool, no one can remove it. So you see Mura Senso knowing exactly no one bullied the baby, but he's pushing it and he's forcing it to look like now he has a case to maybe to present, because people bullied his son. So maybe he will have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that such a person did this to my baby. Why am I talking about this issue so much? I'm talking about this issue so much because it has become now like a song in Mura's lips. He doesn't have anything to tell his subscribers. He doesn't have anything to tell his people. He has failed his people miserably. But now he's sitting there, knowing the strikes which he's been giving people is not working. Them also, they are being struck. So he's like Kiswahili says, anaona haya. He feels ashamed telling his audience the truth, because people will ask, were you not armed well? You came here chest stamping. How come these channels are still operating? So he doesn't have that answer. That is why he comes with this issue of the baby, to make his case to be strong before his audience. So my question is, to Mura Senso, we love this baby, and you decided you want to use this baby as your tool. maybe this case to proceed, you have to give evidence, because it will go either way. This one I've been coming here to tell Mura Senso and any other person. When you take people to court, does not mean it is you who is going to win. You can even take yourself there and be locked there, thinking you are going to lock the other person. But anyway, the case can go the other way. But what I'm trying to talk about is now, if people would just be maybe defending their babies like this Mura, the way he's trying to say, parents always defend their babies. And Mura Senso is also forgetting how much he's talked about other people's babies, like our babies, how he has wished us bad, our family is bad. And now this one, which he's now taking, using as a tool, this baby thing, if people or all parents who would just be maybe having grudges with the teachers, remember how teachers used to beat us? Teachers used to beat us. I don't know where you come from. But if all parents would just be having grudges with the teachers, how teachers were training their children, I don't think some of the teachers would be alive now. Parents would gang up for them. But now this one is using this as a tool. Where the child still is using this as a tool, which I would prefer he drops this to start hearing the questions which people were asking him, because this issue of, and whenever he sits down, he talk about the bullying, and he sees no one is bullying. The baby is handsome and beautiful and growing strong baby. What do you bull about it? What has the baby done? Because you wonder, the baby was born strong, full of life. The baby was, how do I say, healthy. The mother is healthy. What do you bull about the baby? Who would bull? What did the baby do? Even according to Mura Senso, the way he's talking, what did people say about the baby? He should come out and say so and so say this is, and not just for saying ho ho they did. No. That you cannot even present a case with ho ho ho. You have to have the evidence. So I think these things which he's been talking too much, is making him feel the way he's feeling, because he's a liar. He's lying on the street. He's just making stories. He's just making stories because whatever he's doing is now just sleeping. Let's hear what he's trying to how he's answering the question. Then we move ahead because we want to react on the Q&A which he did.
Soon, guys, we'll be opening Romina YouTube channel. Romina is here. She's really contemplating of actually going on with her job. She wants to quit. And we told her, hey, Romina, you could start a YouTube channel, because I don't talk much about Romina, but she's been working in that shop for 8 or 9 years. And she feels a little tired of that. She wants to travel and see the world. So we were actually trying to encourage her, hey, look, Romy, maybe you can start a YouTube channel. I know we've opened one YouTube channel here for one of Mr. Louis' family members, who is Ian, but somewhere in the middle of the journey, Ian felt it's too hard for him, I don't know. So we were even trying to convince him to give the channel to the sister, because the sister wants to do. But as we stand, I think Romina, we will be opening a YouTube channel. Me, my job will be doing what I'm supposed to do. From there, if they don't, or anyone does not do their job, that's their problem, At least I was not selfish, or I've never been selfish, At least.
I want to push Romina. Romina has been working like now 8 years, you are saying. But that has been her passion. But now things in her mind, and pushing her to resign, to start traveling. Maybe in her life he never wanted to travel, because not all of us can travel. But Mura Senso will make sure you do what he wants to do. You do what he does. That is why you find people like Ian cannot proceed, because that is not their passion. Mura Senso want to open a YouTube channel for Romina, just because Ian, they had opened a YouTube channel for Ian, and Ian is not doing it now. We saw the very few videos which Ian made during that time when the channel was open. And nowadays he's not posting because he has left it. That is not his passion. So Mura Senso should not think everybody want to be a YouTuber. Like now, he want to push now again Romina. Because remember when we went to Argentina, he wanted everybody, everyone in that family to be a YouTuber, because he want to show people that YouTube pays, YouTube does what? If YouTube pays, as you are now pushing people to be in YouTube, why are you not contented with the money which YouTube is paying you? Still, you are out there begging. And these people might, maybe Ian's thought of it. If this man can still ask money, and he's telling me to go in YouTube, then this thing is not good, because now you are portraying a bad image. YouTube is paying you. You are recruiting people. You want people to open YouTube channel, but at the same time, you are not contented with what YouTube is giving you. Maybe this is what made Ian to say, no, what for? Let me do the things which I've been doing, because Mura Senso thinks whatever he does, anybody want to do, and now they are pushing Romina to leave her job because she's worked there for 8 years. People worked, even over 50 years, people worked. Does not mean that you have to resign and do what other people because you want to travel. This traveling thing, it is you and your wife who has made her to think of, oh, traveling, I can start traveling. So it is not going to be easy like that. Sometime before she resigns, let her start the channel first, open the YouTube channel first, and then see how it goes, because she might resign and not do it, like just like Ian. And then what are you going to do about it? So don't push her to resign. If you want to open a YouTube channel for them, which you've been wanting all this time, because you have your audience whom you can sell to people. Within a day, they will be like 1,000. So having 1,000 does not mean YouTube will pay you with 1,000. You have to put effort to whatever you are doing. And I think there's a video which I made about putting on effort in whatever you are doing. Like now, he's been talking about the people whom he opened YouTube channel for in Nyabohanse. Now they've turned against him. Look, even the one whom you just opened a YouTube channel to, your relative, has dropped, because it is not easy. So those people whom you've been talking about, oh, they hate me, they do what? Whatever they are getting, they put on effort. They are doing it every now and then. They are not sleeping. Yeah, like now, you see, your relative has dropped it. So he's planning to open a YouTube channel for Romina. So that is it. But my advice, before she resigns, her videos first before resigning, because she might not reach far. How many people have opened the YouTube channels but they don't grow? Because it is not a walk in the path. It is not like maybe Mura Senso sits down like that and say, oh, I want to open for this one. I did open for Ian, and then me, once I open. Okay, yes, it is not easy. So let her decide. Do not push her, and then you let her, after resigning, you go to Africa, and then after resigning, maybe she will not put effort in this YouTube channel. And then what will she eat? But that is your family. That is up to you.
Back in the village, bro, we miss you. To be honest, it's supposed to be this month of April, but if it will not be possible, next month, May. Somebody may be asking what's going on. We are waiting for some documentations. We still need some papers from Argentina. For example, I'll give you an example. We were waiting actually for Maisha's passport. It's here. Now we are waiting for Rocio to do her driving school stuff, and then her driving school lesson, and then we wait for her to receive the driving school the driver's license, because with that license she can actually drive in Kenya. Remember, as I told you guys, I plan to buy another car. I know I bought one already, Land Cruiser for safaris, but I intend to buy another car for the family, because now I have my son. Even me, I want to have just a car I can drive, because not all.
So that shows that they are not going to Africa this April. It is extended. There are so many reasons of this extension, because you had the community post. He needs some cash, he needs some money, he needs some dollars, and you see someone who is just dragging. It's not about the papers, because all these things they are talking about papers, they knew they would want this. Why was he setting a date when they were not ready? Because he told people by April we will be going home. Now again, there's another extension. So for your information, Mura Senso and family are not going now in Africa. Maybe next month. We are not even certain of, because they keep on postponing. Each day they have an issue which is pending. So that is that. Those who have been thinking he's going back home now, no, you'll have to wait a little bit longer. So that is what I say. So that is how it is, not leaving Argentina as we speak, because he's not gotten what he wants. Hmm? He cannot go like that because he need money to go back home. He doesn't have it. He has to get it. That is why each time he sit there and talk, oh, my son, people are trolling for people to pity him and give him this money which he dearly wants. You see someone who has budgets, he want to go and buy a car, he has legal fees he want to pay. How much? He has not said. How much has been contributed? He's not communicating on that. People are afraid of him. People are not asking him this question. This is someone who came out and told you, oh, ask you, donate for me. You are asking him question, but you are moving this crucial one. How much have we contributed to your legal fee? Can't you ask that? Is it hard to ask? Because these people are just following. Oh, oh, boss, boss. Ask this question. It will help you. And you will know exactly how much you've contributed. You have 3 accounts. You have M-Pesa, you have PayPal, and you have Zelle. All these money are going in these different accounts. Why can't you ask in this Q&A?
So when are you coming back? Probably end of this month or within this month. We don't know. Maybe. But Rocio has her exams mid this month. I don't want to tell you the exact date, but it's mid. So if she does her exams and we wait until the document comes, probably the whole month will have already gone. All right. Actually, that could be the most asked question. Even the next person is asking me the same question right there. I really need your help. I am in Mombasa. I'm really talented, but I need a GoPro to create videos like you. Said, to be honest, at this point, I don't know how I can help you, bro. I don't know, honestly. I don't know how I can help. We've helped some people with GoPros, and then they turned out to use the same GoPros to abuse and misuse them, and abuse us. And so it's a tough lesson. Maybe you're asking the wrong person at this point. Sorry. So one thing I came to realize is when other people benefit from some other people, what they do is they try to spoil for the ones that will come after. For example, this person is asking for GoPro, and there are people we've given GoPros and they've used those GoPros to actually attack us negatively. So you realize like those people have spoiled an opportunity for someone like this, because I know how my audience is. They like to support people. My audience could easily say, Marwa, I have a GoPro in my house that I don't use. Let me send that young man. Well, let's see. Maybe somebody will say, let me.
So had Mura Senso. This person needs a GoPro and he has Mura Senso because this is a supporter. If Mura Senso can help him or her with that GoPro. And Mura Senso is saying there are some genuine cases like this one, but there are some others who have spoiled for others, because there are some when you give them this, then they will later on spoil for the genuine one who will come, like the one who is asking for GoPro like this. And he's giving example like the people whom they gave GoPros back home and now they turned against him. Same thing applies to you, Mura Senso, who is talking there. The way you are helping for donation every now and then. In future, people might not even understand, because out here there are people who want donation, maybe genuinely need that money. There are out here people who genuinely need that money. But now you are spoiling for people, because everything in your home you want to be donated to. So even people who are supposed to help the other people with the genuine cases, they can't help because now they see it like a joke. So as you say, people are maybe spoiling for others. You are also spoiling for YouTubers out here, because people cannot help others nowadays. People cannot donate because now you are taking advantage of situation, and now people are seeing it like now it is a must that people must donate to people. So you also, as you sit there, you are spoiling for others, new YouTubers, the ones who are coming up like us here. Eh? People, you are spoiling for us because now you've made it a habit. So people out there might not take people seriously. People who need this donation, they cannot maybe believe whether they have genuine cases or not, because Mura Senso is spoiling out there. So do not forget you are one of the spoilers out there. The way you ask for donation every now and then, the way you beg every now and then, so you are spoiling for others. As you talk about others, remember what you are doing to others out here also, with your begging every now and then.
Can you do travel content with D, like you travel together probably in, like you travel together probably in Kenya, showcase beaches, parks? Yeah, we will do that. But you know, right now, a little bit, we will do that. When my sister had very few subscribers, we used to travel together. But by that time, nobody knew about her. I was trying to teach her how to travel and all these things. Sometimes, me and my, like when I say we, I mean the Marwa group. Nowadays, I call it Marwa Group and Associates. Okay, sounds like a big name. Marwa Groups and Associates. We are actually very big. Like if you add my sister's subscribers, you add my subscribers, you add my brother's David Jr. subscribers, you add my wife's subscribers, you add my mom's subscribers, you add my Yugno subscribers, you know, those are very also close allies. If you add those people around us, you add Team Marwa, you know, people like Burundian Traveler, Kemi, Diana Kemi. If you add all those subscribers together, we are quite a force. We are talking about close to 1.5 million, even maybe more, around there. Even just my family alone, just immediate family, million plus, million. I have 560 close this. Please, if you've not.
I don't know how Mura Senso is counting these subscribers. No, he thinks now these are just individual, because these subscribers, we share these subscribers. The same subscribers who subscribe to your channel are the same ones who are in your sister's channel, are the same ones who are in your brothers or this other team, Marwa, and this called as Marwa and Associates. They are the same subscribers. So you cannot say they are adding up, you are adding more on top. No. They are just the same. The same, and they are the same who are on our side also. We share this platform, so I don't think the number is that big as you are saying. We are just the same. They are just rotating, and they are rotating in all these platforms. So Mura Senso calls them Sosi Marwa and Associates, because he has a group. This, when doing things out here in public or wherever we are staying, we shouldn't have these small groups. These small group forming groups, these are not good things, because now you will be talking as a group. I think when you are doing vlog, or maybe you are doing your reaction, you should just be as you, as Pamela. What do you think? But when you think it as a group, it's like, grouping is not something which one would come here and brag, oh, we are now a big team, we are grouping up. Grouping up for who now? Do your things and go. Just do your things and go. But now when you are grouping, you want to show your might. We are a force. Force to who now? Force us for what? You want to open a Google company, then you can group yourself. But if you are just employees of Google or YouTube, I don't think there's need of this associate. There are alliances. These alliances are not going to take you anywhere. So people who are making groups, when they are doing their things, they have to group themselves. And those groups, when they break, now you will start having enemies. Never have groups in your life. Just take people equal. Just live with people well. Don't group yourself. Oh, me, I belong in a certain group. I belong in a certain group. We have the force. No. Those are nonsense. Nonsense, as I tell you.
I look like kind of crazy. I leave my wife and kid behind and choose to travel with my sister. Maybe my wife will be like, oh, so you leave me in the house and you travel with your sister. You know, like I'm right there. It's the same question people ask, that who should sit in front of your car? Should it be my mom sitting in the front seat, or my wife sitting on my front seat of my car? Please answer that. Who should sit in front? Rosie asked me this question the other day. I told her, me, it doesn't matter. No, anyone can sit there. But again, I thank my mom. My mom, congrats, mom. She's not like that type of person who she's looking for, you know.
Because you never had a car. But you are thanking congrats, mom. What did she do? You are thanking congrats, mom. What did she do? You've not bought the car yet. You've not seen her maybe her mood changing. Maybe you putting her behind. You've not seen that. So do not say you thank congrats, mom. She has not seen. You've not seen her seated maybe behind, and then you check what are her feelings. But let me give advice, because this is what also my take on this. When you buy a car, it doesn't matter what your mother is thinking or the type of a mother she is. Normally, if you have a mother and you have a wife, the respect which you can give your mother has to sit in the front. Of course, yes, because she will not be sitting there every now and then. But when you are driving and you are with your wife and your mom, you have to show respect for your mom. Your mom has to be in the front. That is how I see it. My opinion is that the mom has to sit in front. This has caused many problems in other marriages or other homes, because out here there are people who don't have respect. Okay, this is your husband, but this is also the mother of your husband is also your mom. And there's no difference. So if it was your mom, where would she sit? Huh? You would want your mom to sit in front if you are a wife. Why is it difficult if the mother of your husband sits in front? So just for respect, it's not about fighting for anything, but it is respect. You sit in the front as a mom, and then you go your way. Let the wife sit at the back. That is how I know it. So maybe other people, it might not go well with them, but that is how I feel. I cannot sit maybe. It does not make sense. You have to respect your mother-in-law. Let them sit in the front. They are not sitting there every day. It is maybe once in a while, because this car is your car with your husband. So I don't see any big deal there. Let the mother-in-law sit in the front. When she's with you, she must enjoy the son's car also. What's wrong with that? Yeah? Let her enjoy the fruits of her labor also, sitting in front. And let her enjoy the son's fruits also. How many times do the wife sit in the front? So just one day or 2 days sitting in the front is a problem. Let the mother-in-law, that is my opinion or my suggestion. If you are out there not doing it the right way, let your mother-in-law sit in the front, please. Just once. They're not staying with you forever.
Praying for us. Keep praying for me. Keep praying for us. This 2025, I've said no to bullying, and I'll still stay with that. And it's gonna be a big fight, but keep praying for us. That one we've said no. No more bullying. No. Would you travel? Would you do travel content?
So this bullying, Mura says, so I've talked about it so much. And you are a content creator. You are a public figure. How will you come out of this? Because now you are making it look like now you are wounded. Huh? You are wounded now. Since you started talking about this issue, even you are not making good content. You are not even moving forward. You are stuck, because you have forces. Rosio Mom is pushing you badly. Rosio Mom is making your channel not to grow. Wake up and see. Do not fight. Do not have a lot of fights on the street. It is not good for your own health. It is not good for your channel, and it is not even good for your future, maybe future, because you will have so many grudges, which maybe one time when you look back, you just see, I wish I knew, I would not engage myself in this nonsense. Move ahead. No one is bullying you. It is just because you're a public figure. You are out there, you're making content like any other, but you put this in your mind because someone has poisoned you. This someone, when one day think this one is going to really ruin your life. This someone who is pushing you, this woman who is behind all this.
See you and baby join you later. You seem to be in a low mood lately. To be honest, I wish I would go home right now, okay? But as I already told you, I'm waiting for Rocio's documentation to be ready. But also, what you've said is true, that I'm in a low mood. The reason I'm in a low mood is I've been having a lot of ups and downs, especially my family has been attacked online. My son has been mutilated. How do you say? When people chop your face everywhere. So that also has made me feel very bad. It's put me very low. And also giving copyright strikes, things like that. That's not my vibe, you know. But people force you to do things sometimes. And already, as you know, I'm working on other things, legal issues. So it's a whole it's a whole shift of energy. Instead of being in an energy of creation, I'm in an energy of, oh, look, this guy is abusing your son. This guy is a child abuser, so you have to deal with him. So that by itself.
So stop it. Be a man and once for all. Do not bring your issues, because I see this one bringing issues how he grew up. That is what he's bringing here in this platform. There's no one who is chopping your son. There's no faces of your son out there. If it is faces, it is you who have been making vlog with your son. It is you who is mentioning your son every now and then. Don't make lame excuses, because this is a liar. Hmm? These legal issues you are talking about, huh? Who sued you? You are the one who are suing people, so you should be happy. They should not make you be drained. These strikes, who struck you? It is you who've been striking people. Now, because they are not going through, that is why you are feeling bad like that, because you didn't know what you are doing. You are just following maybe the pressure from your subscribers and the pressure from your wife. So all these things you brought on yourself. So do not say, oh, people are bullying your son. Who are those people who are bullying this man's son? This man thinks the way he was being bullied when he was young, he want to bring all this to the baby. So when the baby will grow up, he will know that people are bullying him. And people are not bullying him. Do not put those dirty things in your baby. As he grows, he will think maybe people are bullying him. Don't bring that fear in this little baby. The baby is growing and people love this baby. It is you who have a problem with this baby. Or is it because you are seeing people are loving this baby more than you are loved? What is it? Because I don't see, that is why I feel bad. Why is he bringing this issue of the baby all the time? If it is bullying, I've never seen even these faces he's talking about. Maybe if he saw this in one of the reactors long time, but I've not seen it. Me, I never saw it. Apart from him showing, he started by showing the legs, showing the hand, showing the head, showing what. He was the one who was playing with the baby. And then after he failed to get what he wanted to get from this baby, now he started, because he thought in his mind before the baby was born, he thought people were going to bully the baby. So he failed. So after seeing only maybe one time thing, he has taken that and is making it to be like now something which is big. Even the people whom you are telling, you are sitting there telling, they would have told you so and so is bullying the baby, but no one is bullying the baby. It is you who is bullying your own son by talking about this son. People are talking ill about him. No one is talking ill about this son. Stop it and move on. If you want to grow, or if you want to get out of a YouTube channel, go in peace, rather than sitting there looking for sympathy, looking for money. Just tell people, I need money, I need donation, but do not bring the baby all the time. Because as I said, I started earlier, I told you, when maybe babies out here, people have grown in hostile maybe situation or condition. Do not think you are the only one who was brought up maybe. You had both parents, you had three. There's one whom you choose not to want by yourself. You want to know the truth, go to your father, let him go and tell you. But what I don't like, putting negative things, because this baby will grow. And now they will start telling him this nonsense. Oh, people out here started bullying you, my son, people are bullying you. So the baby will grow knowing people are bullying him out there, while there's none. No one is bullying him. Marwa, do your thing. Leave your baby out of your lips. Do not. What you are doing to the baby is not right. What are you trying to put in the baby's mind? Because he will grow knowing people don't like him. That is very wrong, very, very wrong, Murasen. So stop it. And the strikes, if they're giving you sleepless nights, drop them. If you know you are not winning, because according to this man, he thought whenever he sent anything to YouTube, YouTube will just agree with him. Yes, yes, we are striking this, we are pulling this down. No, as if now, because he thought him being in YouTube for more than 10 years, now his case will be hard than other people's cases. It doesn't work like that. Sorry about that. But if you put your energy into that, it will derail you more. Better stand up. Better stand up and do what you can do. But don't sit there using the baby's name for your own gain after you fail your subscribers by sitting in one place, giving them the same content, Now, because you don't have nothing to deliver, now you're using the baby for sympathy, for money. Now you're extending your stay. You will still sit there talking about the baby for 2 months. You want to tell me 2 months you are sitting there because you're not going home in April. May will still find you there. You want to tell me these are the things you are going to feed your subscribers, and you expect people to still come and watch your videos. Wake up and do the right thing and stop this nagging thing and this petty thing. This is a very petty person, as I see here. Let's continue.
Yes, I can go back home alone. But remember, as I already told you before, is Rocio couldn't travel out of Argentina without a certain document that says, me as the dad has allowed her to travel with Maisha alone. So last week we went and fixed that. So that's one of the things I keep telling you, like we are working on documentation. You see a document like that, it looks like, but trust me, at the airport, you can't leave Argentina if you have an Argentinian kid who is less than 18 and you are single parented. You have to get permission from the father of the kid to say that you are traveling together to go somewhere else. For example, remember, Rocio, if I travel today, Rocio will be traveling to Africa. So people will see this young lady traveling with an infant heading to Africa. A lot of people will ask questions. Why do you want to go to Africa? Why are you going with this baby? Where is the father? So, to avoid also things like human trafficking, child trafficking, because sometimes it's very hard to prove if this is actually your child that you're carrying at the airport. So we had to go to immigration the other day, and in 10 days that document will be out. And yeah, so if there will be more delays, maybe I'll have to leave and go to Africa and try to fix things up. My wish was to go early April, like right now that schools are closed, but it seems it's gonna be impossible. So let's see how it goes.
So what I see here, I see Mura. The reasons why you see Mura coiled or coiling himself like this man is going to Africa by himself. Rusio is not going, and Maisha is not going with him. And I think these are the things which have been making him have sleepless night, because these papers are dragging, and each day there's a new thing which is coming. Each day there's a new thing. So you heard him. If it was goes come to us, he will go alone. So that shows these are the options which is he's trying to see or think or to make, because I don't see Rocio going to Africa. Even this driving license of hers, she made this one intentionally, because I don't see the reason why it took her a long time before getting this. So there's something hidden which is happening there, which is making Mura Senso to coil himself like this. He's going to Africa alone. This is what I'm seeing here. Rocio mom and the baby, they are not going with him. Soon we will see Mura Senso saying, hey, me have decided I'm going, because each day there's a new thing which is coming. And talking about Rocio being seen in the airport by the baby alone, people will start question. No. People have their own things. If you have your issues, it is you. Out there, people do their own thing and they don't mind about what others are doing. So that is that. And I think Mura Senso has a lot. You see someone coiled like this, it is because of the son remaining behind. Let's continue.
Mini Howie and Cloudy Joseph, they are good people. It's not me reading this. It's somebody asked me. The thing is this: I don't have problems with people. You know, when I say I don't deal with you, it does not mean you are my enemy. When I say goodbye, it does not mean you are my enemy and we should be fighting and A, B, C, D. No. It simply means I choose to redirect my energy to other things, to other people, and that is it. And in this case, I'll not talk about it more, but just know the thing is this: I choose my peace. I choose peace. I choose peace. I choose myself. I choose me being selfish, 2025, so that I don't bring everybody to my circle. Sometimes you have to be careful, because for example, for me in this case, I'm a guy who always opens my hands to everybody, and that sometimes is not okay, because some people come with different types of energies. There are people who have very good energy. When maybe you meet with them, you feel alive. There are people who bring you energy that feels like it's draining you, it's you're collapsing or you're this. There are even people, who have good luck and bad luck. So I choose 2025 to minimize that. Okay. But at a personal level, I don't have any problem actually with anyone, because me, I've never taken anybody's land, wife, nothing. So I just do my thing, and people are on my thing more than I am. That is it.
So this issue of Minawi and Cloud Joseph, Mura Senso chose his peace. And I don't think it is him who chose the peace. Minhawi chose her peace because they left him before he came to realize, because he's not the one who left them. Minhawi left him and Cloud Joseph. So I don't think he should say, "Oh, I chose my peace." They chose their peace. Being with you was choking them because they had to report to you, and it is a camp where you cannot say, you cannot go against anything, you cannot speak your mind. So they chose their peace. So do not lie to your people. You would have just said they left. I have no problem with them, but they left. They decided to leave. So they left you. It is not you who left them. So be honest at once and for all, because whatever you talk, sometimes you are full of lies. This Cloud Joseph, we've been here, we've been watching you. You tarnished Cloud Joseph's name. I was here, I watched your videos, and Minhawi decided to leave because when they met Wodemaya, this didn't go well with you. So you talked a lot of things, talked a lot of things, and then they decided to leave you. So it is not you who left them. It is not you who left them. So it is not about peace. They chose their peace, not you choosing your peace. Let's continue, because that's at the same time. Also, Wodemaya, also, when the question was asked, also, he said the same, because I don't need to repeat that. Even there's another question which was raised, and they asked him if he can consider Wodemaya maybe to reconcile Wodemaya and Miss Trudy. He said the same thing. I chose peace over this. So he's always choosing peace, not even the other people. Those people chose peace long time. Even Wodemaya have never even talked about you. It is you who have been talking about him. So who chose peace? Is the other part? Wodemaya and Miss Trudy chose peace. So
The characteristics of a traditional wife that you prefer. Generally, I like a wife, or I like a lady who looks cute when needed to be. Let's say we are going out, she's looking more cuter than me 100%. But at the same time, I like a simple lady. I like a lady who can sleep with me in a bus, because we are traveling for 20 hours and she's here. At the same time, I like a lady who can feel so cute in a first class seat, flying cloud nine, in other words, I like a lady who can fit in nearly all situations. Either maybe I don't have money, she still can ride with me. When I have money, she can still ride with me, she can enjoy. One thing I don't like a lady who complains a lot.
now, let's start with that part. Mora Senso, remember when you said you want a traditional, everything traditional, even the wife? That time you were talking of the things which Rosio bought in the house, and the spoon, you remember? You showed us the spoon, and you showed us the pots which you don't like, because those things you are showing us, it is Rosio mom who bought them. And you said you don't like, you like wooden spoons, and you showed us, and that time you're showing us Rocio was not there. So normally you choose to talk about these kind of things which you don't like when Rocio is not there. So it's like now Rocio is not the traditional wife. And I think after you talking about this thing went viral, and I think you talked about with Rocio mom. The characters which you are giving now out here as you are seated, coiling yourself there, these are not characters of a traditional wife. These are not characters of a traditional wife. A traditional wife is an original who does not even travel. This is a lady who cannot even maybe sit with you in a bus. She's back home. A traditional is someone who is home, home, home. But now, because what you did was wrong, or what you did maybe offended someone, and now you are coming and changing it. You want a lady who does not complain much. You are the one who has always come here and say how Rosio mom complains. She complains a lot. Remember, there was a time when you said even Rosio mom could not even be, you cannot advise Rosio mom. This is someone who knows it all. How come you say she is okay now, and now she's one of the traditional wives or women. So do not lie to yourself. When you are talking, talk, and then when you are asked question, just say own up for the things which you say. If you don't, the characters which you've given does not fit a traditional wife. Not none. Let's continue.
One, I see it as a problem. Like,
it is a problem. That is why you've been getting a lot of problems because of complaining. Rocio complains a lot. We don't stay with her, but we can see because she seems to know a lot. So if you are saying a no, and I think these are the things which are making you feel like that, because you are staying with someone who complains a lot, and you don't like people who complain. So you staying in an environment which does not fit you. So when you are sitting saying that, say that is why I'm not engaging this one, because she complains too much. And she's not traditional wife. Just say she is not. The characters which you've given are not characters of a traditional wife.
everything she sees, it's a problem. She's complaining. She's all the time, oh, this. No. That for me, I see it as a disorder. I'm sorry.
That is the disorder which you have in Argentina. That is the disorder. The lady complains a lot and seems to know a lot. And that's why even when someone sees you where you are seated, knows this man has a problem, a big problem.
But that's how I see it. So for me, a traditional wife, a wife also who can cook and clean, very basic stuff. But people have demonized that to say it's women operation. If you can't cook, and you can't clean, then what can you do? Because cooking is part of we need to cook to eat, to survive.
He didn't answer the question how it was supposed to be, because the characters which he has given out are not the characters of a traditional wife. That is it. That's the tingo. The question is not answered. Even the people who are listening, if this question is answered, let me know in the comment section. It is not answered because if he fears Rosumam, look at the way he's calling himself out there. Because the wife is a complainer, complaining, and thinks she knows everything. She knows all. She knows it all.
Another thing is, honestly, I don't like ladies with very long nails. Very long. You can have good nails, but long, I don't like. Because sometimes that means there are things they can't do in the house. So, and that can bring conflict. Maybe they can't even clean utensils. They can't even for example, in Africa, we don't have washing machines. They can't wash clothes. And that's the way normal life is. So, and also, people who put too much makeup, either if you are a boy or a girl, that's not my style. I like simplicity. And there is power in simplicity. Because
one thing you are forgetting, you're a rich man. A rich man's wife is not someone who is going to wash clothes with their hands. They're not going to wash the utensil. You are a rich man, richer than the president of Kenya. So when you are rich, you don't need this simplicity. You have to live big. You have to be rich. The wife also has to be rich. She has to put long nails. She has to look elegant. You see, because you are a rich man. The lady is married to a rich man. What are you talking about? Or are you referring to the villager? We are not talking. This question was asked to you, a rich man, not a villager. Do not put these answers to the people back home. Even if you are home, you are a rich man. You can afford the washing machine. Why not? You can afford everything you want. So do not just talk because you are talking. Once you say you are rich, you have to go with your standard. You don't expect a rich man just marry just for the sake of marrying. You have to make your wife also look elegant. So whatever you are answering, this question is answering to other people in the village, not him. Not him, according to what the answers which are coming from his mouth. He's just talking. He's forgetting he's a rich man. A rich man is now putting himself down, one thing just locally.
those things that I love, yes, she does. She doesn't use makeup. She's hardworking. She's very strong also. We were traveling with her when she was super pregnant, you can imagine. And she doesn't want to stay behind. She did a home birth. You know what that means? toughness.
Not wanting to stay behind because she's controlling you. She knows what you can do out there, not just because she's strong. She's forcing herself into this home birth. Does not mean you are strong. How many back home, our mothers, us here, we were born at home, and mothers give birth at home. In African society, let me just say 99% people give birth back at home. Home birth does not mean they are strong. They are strong. No, no, no. By following you, or maybe she doesn't want to remain behind because she's controlling you. Don't you know that? She doesn't want to see you or want to see you talking to anybody. Remember the other day when you went at Mr. Louis, maybe where he was born? Remember when you met this lady Marie? Were you not followed by her phone call? We remember all these things. So she follows you. She knows what you are capable of doing. So for her not remaining behind does not mean now she's hardworking. She's following. She doesn't trust, no trust in that relationship. Yeah, so that is why she's following you because she doesn't trust you.
I am still buying a car. I'll buy a car before my kitchen. I've made up my mind and nothing will change me. One of the reasons I'm doing that is I also want to reward myself. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing things for other people. For example, even building a villa, yes, it's my house, but at the end of the day, one day I will die and somebody else will come, another man will come and say my house, either by buying it or maybe my son Maisha will marry a wife, and this wife will come and say, this is my house. But me as the father, when I worked so hard, I sacrificed so much. So for the first time, I'm saying I will be selfish and even reward myself. So I'm buying a car for sure.
So you see, this family, whenever they're doing things, they think they're doing it for other people. Now he want to be selfish this year and buy himself a car. He's the one who came up with these things and asking people between a car and fixing the kitchen, which is which? Because they come with question asking their audience while they have already made up their mind. The mind was made. I remember there's a video which I made also. I said, this man has already made his mind. He want to buy a car. So he's now saying now he doesn't want maybe to please other people or do things to people. When you are building your house, it is your house. When you are buying your car, it is your car. And I don't think there's any reason for you to be asking people, should I buy or should I not? If you already know, you've made up your mind. And I think he was doing this for people to feel pity for you. Oh, Mura Senso, we buy a car as we are going to fix for you a kitchen. It is not forthcoming, and now he's going for what he had already decided he was going to buy. So he's going to buy a car. I wonder why he was bringing these things out, because whenever you hear them asking, should I do all this, should I not do this, there's something they want you to fix for them. So he wanted people to fix the kitchen for him. That is the reason why he brought it out. Why did he bring it out here now, after he had already made his mind? Because now nothing has changed. He said during that time he wanted to buy a car. Still he's saying now he's buying a car because he wants to be selfish. Because it's like he was doing it for someone. You see, all these things he's doing for himself. That is your house, that is your car. Whatever you want to do with your life, it is your life. Because now he's talking like now he's not going to change his mind. Changing his mind to who now? To who? That is your life. You do whatever you want. Today you want to maybe buy 2 cars, 3. That is your decision. So long as you can afford, that is your life. So that is moral sense. So sometimes he forgets himself. Sometimes he thinks whatever he's doing or building, he does it for people. Because if someone is saying, I want to be selfish, who are you doing it for? Who are these people? Talking to know his priorities. If it is the car, if it is not telling people what, because I wonder why even the sister was asking, should I move out? I'm moving out in my 20s. Should we build here? Should we buy a house, or should we build our own house? We are not seeing anything. And she will just come up with something which she has decided. So you wonder, what is the point of coming to ask people things which you as a person, you've made up your mind? Okay, you are travelers, you are vloggers, but you don't need to ask people everything while even if you ask them, you are not going to do what they are saying. It's like now you are bragging, you want to show people the things you want to do in your life. Do them, then come and tell people have done this, but don't parade them before. That is what I see in this family.
Last week, AG, what really happened to the YouTube channels that got terminated last week? So I'll not talk about these things about copyright termination. I decided to move in silence, okay?
Senso is not talking about the strike because he knows things are backfiring, so there's no need of addressing them. No jubilation, no partying, no celebration. Celebration ended, so he's waiting. That is why we should not be celebrate prematurely. Hmm? You should not out there celebrate prematurely. Always leave everything to God's hand. Even maybe if someone wrongs you, please don't take laws in your own hands. Sometimes it can backfire. So Murasenso is now working silently. Before last week, he was not working silently, but now he's working silently because if he comes out talk about things which are not working, he will look like someone who doesn't know what he's doing. So he chose to work silently. He's not working silently. Things are not working for him. Let him just tell you, oh, I did this and the channels are back. There's nothing I can do. I thought YouTube would listen to me because I've been with them for more than 10 years, but they chose to put us equal because we are equal to the tax. So my people, you wait, just pray for me. You know, you heard him talking about pray for me, pray for me. Yes, he need prayers. He need prayers. Everybody needs prayers. So Mura Senso is now working silently. Before it was now jubilation. They were dancing everywhere, but now silently.
Take on reaction continuing without using your clips. Guys, I have no problem with reaction. You know, people don't understand that. But I have a problem when people abuse me, people bully me. Because reaction is different from abuse, from bullying, you know? Yes, it's different. People don't understand that. I don't know.
Mura now has accepted. Now he has no problem with reaction because he thought maybe he had powers over people. Now YouTube have shown him, Mura says, so this is not you to control. This is not your home. This is our company. We are the ones who knows what is supposed to be done. So he's coming out here saying he has no problem with reaction, but the problem is the problem which he has is bullying. Who is bullying you? Who is bullying you? That is what you have to prove, that those words were bullying. If it is not you who has been bullying people, calling people names, wishing people death, wishing people sickness, wishing people all sorts of ugly things. Now he has gone down now saying he has no problem with reaction. Now Mura is talking now, he doesn't have a problem with reaction, but he has a problem with bullying. So that bullying part, that is now what he will have to prove. Who is bullying him? Who is that who is bullying him?
No, why we've normalized abusing people and bullying people, having even an infant and someone sitting behind and abusing an infant, that is reaction. That's not reaction. That is cyberbullying. Okay, it's not reaction.
No one has bullied your son. It is you who is talking too much about the baby. Let the baby grow in peace. Eh? Why are you putting the baby as your weapon? Why are you using this, your young baby, your firstborn? You want to make a bring, or you want the boy when he grows, he inherit your enemies. That is not right. Live well with people. Stop this nagging. Stop this pettiness. You are a man. This man was used to being pampered. Bringing small issues from the village, people would sympathize with him. Oh, Mara is suffering. Oh, Mura needs this. But now people have come to their senses. This is why he feels like this. But it is not about the bullying. No one is bullying your baby. Come on, relax and be a man once for all. So I want us to put just one clip, then we move ahead.
Okay. Personally, I will not allow anyone to keep using my video clips, but I've had a lot of Team Marwa fans. Those people can do, they can do because they are not harming me. It's different when people are harming you and still benefiting from your content. You know, that's very different. So I'm not against reaction, but I'm against bullying. I'm against lies. I'm against false accusation. You know, I'm against child abuse. You know, I'm against that.
There's no child abuse, Mura Senso. Go make contents. If you cannot go do the safaris, you can do your businesses at home. while you go to the safaris, my Saimara, you can do anything like you've been advising people. So this one also can apply to you, because all these things you are talking about, all these bullying things you are talking about, you'll have to prove them. So if maybe you fail to prove them, what will you tell your subscribers again? Because these people who are asking you this question, these are your people. They want to know your stand, because the other day you are jumping up and down, and now you are covering yourself. You are feeling cold. Eh? The heat is too much. Anyway, that is all I have for you. The Mura Sensor have now realized that reaction has to be there. It is not about him to decide whether reaction should be removed or should not. That is not in his maybe how is what. No, that is not his. It is not in his power. Let me say, that is not in his power to decide whether reaction should be there or not. Otherwise, Mura Senso have told the audience he has no problem with reaction. It has to reaction must be there. That is what has happened. He heard Wodemaya saying, "Oh, reaction must be there." He has to follow suit. This is the person he looks upon. He takes everything from. So he had even what Maya talking about. There's no problem reaction. Reactors, they have to be there in the space. So Mura Senso is also admitting reaction should be there. No problem, so long as you're not bullying. No one is bullying you. People are talking about you as a public figure. There is a bullying. Huh? There's a difference between bullying and talking or analyzing the video. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always being there for me. Happy Sabbath once again. God be with you until we meet again in my next. Thank you and bye-bye.